Are there any like memorable things that someone has said to your face?
Your vocals are bad.
To your face?
Yeah.
Hi, Zazel.
Hey, Azura.
And I'm Germaine.
And welcome back to another episode of Clarity's Podcast. Today, we have a lot of guests in the house.
Wow, we have 6 people on set for the first time ever in Hush history. Everyone say hello to DOLLA!
Hey guys! Wow!
What's up?
You
I
girls,
love
how about
the
you say hi to our listeners and viewers?
Let's start with
Okay,
Sabranzo.
yes.
Hello, I'm Sabranzo.
Hi, I'm Angel.
Hi, I'm Tabby, and together we are
DOLLA!
Wow.
Here we
they
get
have
live,
it,
it's like,
yeah.
And we also can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can do it.
What should we
Hello,
be?
I'm Germaine.
Hush.
Oh,
Hi,
okay.
I'm Azura.
Hey, it's Hazel.
And
And
together
together,
we are... Okay, well,
Thank
work
you.
on it.
Wait, Hush is such a cute name though.
Such a
good
We need to get practice.
It's actually amazing.
They obviously do this a lot.
Yeah, we clearly haven't done this enough. Well, today we're so excited to have DOLLA with us on set on Hush Podcast. How are you guys doing?
We've been busy, but good. A good kind of busy, you know what I mean? We've been, doing fitness and dance and vocal, all that kind of stuff, prepping for concert actually. So, yeah.
And this time you're in Singapore kind of just to like go around and meet people and, you know...
Yeah.
We're Singapore for Hush.
Yeah.
Thanks, we're on it. We're on
How do you like Singapore so far?
We love it. We love coming down here. The audience and the fans here, and also the people have like different level of energy. We love it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for squeezing precious time out to join us here on Hush
Thank you. We're so
Podcast.
happy to be here.
Excited
We love
to be
an all
here.
girls moment.
I love it. I love it.
I didn't realize, but DOLLA is already like 5 years old. Is this your 5th anniversary you're celebrating
it
this
is
year?
like
Fourth anniversary.
4-year anniversary, but 4.5 years now. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of our fans here in Singapore, of course, we adore you girls. We love the content you put up. And we miss Shasha. How are you girls dealing with
Yeah.
her living, DOLLA?
We miss her, of course. But at the same time, you know, she has chosen a different path for herself, whatever serves her happiness right now. And, you know, we're still in it together, the 3 of us. She still supports us. So, like, it's still a family, but, you know, everyone's just doing their own thing now.
Yeah.
Has there been like a lot of adjustments that needs to be made, like vocal arrangement,
Definitely. It has
choreography.
been a lot. We just finished the festival 1 week ago, and it was tough preparing for that. And we only had like 2 weeks to prep. We had 4 dance classes to like re-choreo everything.
What?
Like re-choreo 4 songs and like, whoa.
So moving forward as a trio, right? I mean, that's just as exciting. I mean, like you said, lots of re-choreo and you know, lines shifting here and there. But what have you guys been busy with? What's happening recently? Are you making new music right now? Like,
Oh man, so immediately when this news came out, we already sprung into action.
really?
Like we had a Raya break because in Malaysia, like she has to celebrate Raya with her family and everything. But right after that, we did like some content. 3 of us, we did, you know, we're preparing for a single release that's coming
Oh, yeah.
before the concert.
Okay.
We're also prepping for the concert itself. So we have this 3-month fitness regime that we're going through.
Oh, wow.
Right.
3 months fitness regime, that sounds insane. What does that consist of?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't actually know yet.
Because
Yes.
we just had our first assessment with the PT, our personal trainer. So he's yet to like curate each of our individual workout and like diet. So everything
I've
will
heard
be
like, you know
happening.
Taylor Swift, right? She says she runs on the treadmill and she sings her whole set from the start to end.
I've heard like Ame, the famous Chinese singer, she runs 5 kilometers on the treadmill and she just sings a song. Like she belts it out. It's insane. Do you guys have to go through that as well?
5 kilometers.
Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
They'll let us know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, you
Well,
guys
I
will
think
find
I
out.
DM later.
No, but is it gonna be like? Are we looking at a tour, like city by city, and then Singapore?
It is a possibility.
Singapore is definitely in the planning.
Singapore is in the talks right
in
now.
the planning.
Yeah, very nice.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you guys have been, I mean, you went super viral on TikTok, you know, across the years, and you're in the public eye so much. I think you guys are no strangers to, I would say, unsolicited comments online. How much do you actually look at those, right? Do you read every comment that comes in? What's your personality type when it comes to that?
I try not to read into too much in the comments because at the end of the day, it's just like opinions of like someone who scrolled and saw your video for like 2 seconds and just made a whole opinion about you in like, you know, in a 15 second video. So it doesn't really I don't put too much thought into what they say, unless it's of course something that I could work on. You know, if I see it and it's true and someone mentions it, I'm like, okay, I guess it validates my opinions as well. So yeah.
Well, I like how you think about that. What about you, Tabby?
To be honest with you, like I take it as kind of like what she said. If it's a critical comment, what's good about it? Like what can I take from it? You know. But if it's just plain, I mean, some of the comments are just plain hate. Like you can't take anything from that, you know.
Right.
And like she said as well, like most of the time they're just generating an opinion from that one video they saw of you. And there's a lot of things that you don't know about artists, content creators, the struggle that we go through as well. So I feel like, especially, I remind myself, I'm like, don't ever put judgment on like the things you see online. You never know what's the real truth behind that scenario. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Love that.
What about you, Angel? Are you
Me?
also...
I am a reader.
Oh,
tell us, girl.
But you know what? It doesn't affect me at all.
Oh.
Because how I think is like, oh, I want to know what the generation thinks. Whatever post it is, whether we release a new song, we go viral for some reasons, you know, I just want to know what the people now thinks about what we are doing.
That's true.
So like honest to God, like have you girls ever cried about something that you saw online directed at yourself? Like in your whole career?
No.
I have not.
I have not. You guys are strong.
You girls are really strong.
Because I have.
Oh, yeah.
I've called Azura crying my eyes out over an online comment about my body. Like I was like, Azura, they're so mean.
But I was like, I was getting done the show. I was like, you want me to come over now? She's like, no, I got COVID.
I was down in the dumps
Bad
at the time.
timing.
Yeah, it was bad timing. I was like, just not in a good place to receive that comment. And I saw it and it just set me off. I was so
dear.
I'm over it now. Like,
Right.
you know, it's fine.
But it has happened before.
Really mean.
They're really mean on it.
I think this is a journey of growth, you know?
Yeah.
When we first read these comments, I feel like everyone gets affected.
Yes.
To some point, to some degree.
Of course.
I think we kind of got, I mean, for me, like, at least I got slightly immune. At first, I mean, I'm okay, like, with them just coming at me as a person, but then, you know, they like to go to, like, family members, and they didn't know, and I'm just like, okay, unnecessary, but okay.
Sometimes, like, you know, it takes a while before you get to a point that it doesn't affect you. Or you just, you know, you're able to tell yourself that it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't define who you are because you know yourself better. But, you know, like 5 years ago, for example, when you first started out and at that age, you know, early 20s, you guys were really young, getting that attention out of nowhere and then people out of a sudden just like scrutinizing everything that you do. How is that like?
I must
fun,
say
actually.
the most. No, it is.
She's kind of like a masochist, I feel like.
What does that mean? Is that bad?
Well, I mean, the most interesting comments, to be honest, came when we were first debuting. I feel like.
Do you remember
There
them?
was some.
Yeah, do you recall?
I remember one specifically that just never left my mind. It was on our first ever music video.
Okay.
And it was about this guy, his experience watching our first ever music video, Dollar Make You Wanna. And he was like, I was just sitting down. I casually just decided to watch this music video. And he was like, my soul came out of my body, met his father. His father told him that he was watching something bad. It went back into his body and he woke up.
What is this?
I know.
What are you talking about?
So basically, he was telling us that it's so bad
that his soul left his body
so bad.
and
He
met
met
his
his
I thought it was so
father.
good that
and his
I thought it was going that
It
way.
was a bad music video. And I was like,
See, this is why it doesn't affect me. I'm just like, oh, that's a good comment, man.
Well, that's great. I feel like you have to have a certain kind of mindset in order to survive in this industry.
That is. For sure.
I feel like the more popular you are, the more hate comments that you will receive. And this is why so many idols or celebrities in Korea, they take it so hard upon themselves, right?
Absolutely.
And they end up doing something that's irreversible.
Yes.
I feel like that's really, really
Absolutely.
sad.
That's true.
So we really had to build up like a very strong mindset. Well, I hate commenting about body shape.
Oh, right.
Especially if it comes from a girl. Because yo,
That
shouldn't
is
like
confusing.
right. Shouldn't a girl be
But
backing
it's
a
even
girl
worse
up?
when it's a guy. Like,
Sometimes it's the uncles.
irritating.
Yeah,
right?
It's all the nasty uncles like
Oh,
commenting.
not the uncles.
Like,
Yeah, true.
I don't know about you, right? But the kind of comments that really annoy me are those that tell you what to do as if they own you, you know? Because
such as?
like, okay, sometimes they go like, oh, you should have black hair. And I get annoyed. Like, don't tell me what to do.
to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why? what's wrong with your hair?
No, but they think they know what's better.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
They know what's best for you, eh?
Yeah.
They feel like they just because they watch you, they feel like you're public property. They can tell you what to do.
Or do you guys get DMs like, you know, as part of a girl group, you should not date so early. You should not get married so early. Because I actually receive those comments, you know. In my DMs, yeah. Like people tell me you should focus on your career, you shouldn't date, you shouldn't get married so early.
Okay.
And I find it fascinating. Of course, I didn't reply, but I just remembered that.
There is one type of comment that irks me a little bit.
So far, no.
It's specifically people who just call me babe? Men specifically.
Right. Okay.
That kind of treat me like I'm their girlfriend in the DMs. Like they hit, of course they're in my requests.
Yeah.
But they talk to me on a daily basis.
Oh god.
They update me
Like consistently.
consistently. Like as if they're dating me. And I'm like,
Like, what do they say?
Good
Like, what they
morning,
did
babe.
today?
And then the next day, good morning, babe.
yeah,
Good
yes.
night, babe.
Yes, and they send photos of my anime collection. Or,
nice.
And I'm like,
That's cute.
That's so cute.
You got a secret
I
boyfriend?
guess. I have a boyfriend, guys. Boyfriends.
Yes.
But you don't know about.
That I didn't know
Secret.
about. Yes.
That's insane.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, but even if you're not in the spotlight, like just growing up, like as a girl, I've had people tell me like unwanted, backhanded kind of things, right? Things like, oh, you know, you shouldn't be dating this guy. Like, you know, he's like not good enough for you. Like he's not good looking enough for you. Or I remember there was once a middle-aged guy actually told me when I was in my early 20s, oh, I saw you posted like a bikini photo the other day. You should do more of that. Like, yeah, you look really sexy in it. What? And he's like twice my age.
Crazy.
Very gross. You know what I mean?
That's wild.
And as
Wow,
a female,
thanks,
you
uncle.
experience a lot of that growing up.
Thanks, uncle.
Thank you, uncle.
Speaking of that, I think I have gotten a few. They're like, you look really sexy today. I think you've gotten skinnier. You look really good. Some things like that.
Of course. That one is that's the classic.
What do you feel about that? Do you feel body shamed?
To me, it's just like, oh, men.
Hey, I like the way Angel thinks about things.
She's like,
She's like, sees it, filters it, and then the next moment it's gone.
I want her brain installed in mine.
Yeah, I've came to learn that, you know, these this way of facing these comments are the best for me personally, because I feel like
it keeps you
how,
sane.
yeah, that's how I can move on. And you know, because our career, we meet so many people every single day, and it's like if we have to take every single thing that everyone says to us, then
It's just gonna be so
You would
much to bear.
explode, yeah.
I
Opinions
can't
are like
mentally
left,
take it.
right, and
It's too
center
much.
about how we should do what we do, and you know. So a lot of the time we have to remind ourselves, like, oh, you know, sometimes it's not about what everyone else wants. It's about like how we think we can make our music better as well, and like how we can you know progress as humans.
Yeah. I feel like we're lucky because we're in this industry and we're constantly exposed to such comments, and gradually maybe we learn to cope with it.
Right.
But there are a lot of people out there, like our listeners, sometimes they receive certain comments and they don't know how to react. So here's some of the comments that women online have shared that I'm going to share with you, okay?
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, this person says, oh, literally anything about my weight. When I was skinny before, it was, oh, you look so much better with pounds on you. Have you tried this and that to gain some weight? Then she got really chubby and it was like, oh, you look so good if you lost some weight. Then she lost weight again and then it's back to, oh, you should work out to get some muscle.
Yeah.
And you know, you just feel so annoyed, like leave me alone.
Right.
I am how I am.
Right.
I completely get this because like I fluctuate very fast.
Yeah.
And then I lose weight and they're like, are you sick? Are you okay? Are you depressed?
Right.
And then you put on weight and they're like, eh, very happy, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're like,
And sometimes it's the same person saying all of this, you know?
It really
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, just be it for like body weight and stuff. It's just whatever you feel most
Comfortable
and healthy.
Health-wise. That's the most important thing. Health.
Are you guys
right?
big on that? I'm sure you are, right? Like health above anything else.
Yeah.
I could do better in my health department. Not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie about that. But you know, hopefully when the whole journey starts, we'll kickstart.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but
we
surely.
try.
Yeah, in a few months they'll be running on treadmills, singing
Singing.
the whole
Yes, I love my sodas and you know.
Her diet is a little
Yeah.
questionable.
I
but
love my
it's
instant
okay.
noodles.
Oh, I
I'm
get
not
it.
gonna lie.
Indomie special is
Yeah,
my
like
jam.
crazy. But it's okay. Balance.
And then like
balance.
body weight aside, right? You know, what about like clothes? I know like netizens get, you know, they get a bit vicious sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
They have something to say about everything.
Everything.
A lot of times I see that they like to come at the way you dress.
I think y'all look cute.
So often.
Why? So
Yo.
cute.
And
They
are
look
you
so
bothered?
good.
I think if anything for me, it would be one of the bigger issues, if not like the biggest issue
I think
that has
so.
like happened like again and again. Of course, understandably, Malaysia is more conservative generally, and you know I dress the way I dress, which is slightly more not conservative. So you know, and then people would just have like an opinion, you know, and then they would just say, hey, like you should do this, you should do that, or you should wear this, you should wear that. They can be mean about it, but I kind of got over it. Yeah.
Do you ever get so sick of their comments that before you wear something and you know it's a bit like risky, like you think about it?
Yeah, you do
and
a
like,
double take.
Do I want to
Double
like
take.
subject myself to
Always-
it?
bit
No,
of that,
not
I
like
feel.
when I wear. I do that when I'm about to post something online. I do.
Yeah.
But if it's like I'm going out, like doing things in my daily life as myself, not as like Sabronzo, as just like who I am, I just wear whatever I want because it's how I've been dressing. And if I feel like I'm comfortable with it, I'll do it. If I'm not, then I won't. That's just it.
But they really make you feel some sort of way about everything. I mean, you know, even for the two of us, like, it's weird. It's like, how do I say this? They're like, oh, look, Tabby is dressed in like fully covered clothing. Why can't you? But then it makes me feel bad, you know? Like, oh, now I can't even wear what I want. Like, I'm dressed like this. Suddenly I'm making her look bad.
Right.
Like, what is the point here? Like, I didn't dress with that intention. She didn't dress with that intention.
Yeah.
They're putting intentions into our actions, which were not there in the first place, you know? Like, when we came out and did DOLLA Make You Wanna, a lot of people were like, why are you intentionally dressing this way? And when did the intention ever come in? We just thought we looked great in the outfit.
But of course, like, you know, we understand where those comments are coming from and why they, you know, have those kinds of thoughts in their mind. But we always try to dress according to like the guidelines of the show or
We do.
the TV show, because, you know, on national TV, you know, you're expected to be more covered, which is fine, and we comply, you know. So we're not like doing anything that's against the law, but, you know, still sticking true to ourselves at the same time.
So would you say your outfits today are sticking true to yourselves, or is it more aligned with Hush
100%.
Podcast?
Did you girls
In
dress
100%.
yourselves today?
Except for, you know, this is the only comfy shirt I had with me on the trip. Ignore the stone, I don't smoke or anything.
Yeah. This is how we are, like, on a pretty much
On a normal-
usual-
Yeah,
we
this
have
is
very
completely
different styles.
around
So,
day.
yeah.
100%.
But you guys don't have to go through your management or anything when it comes to dressing up personally.
On a personal level, no.
No, we can be ourselves freely.
If you want to cut your hair or dye your hair, do you have to go
oh,
through
that's
the
up to
management?
us.
That's up to us.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
But we do inform them lah, so they're not shocked. Suddenly we come to a meeting and our hair is like
Bald.
completely different. You know,
I would love to see that.
Gosh.
Okay, so next comment online that I want to share with you guys is about verbal harassment. So this girl says, one day I was walking from work to my gym. While at a crosswalk, a man in a beat up old pickup truck took the time to honk, roll down his window, and completely unprompted yelled at me, "Hey, you look like a bitch."
What?
As someone who has strong RBF and has gotten "you should smile more" many times, I was seriously taken aback. I usually have a witty response for the smile more comments, but I think at that point in time, my jaw just dropped.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. He just drove away like nothing had happened, but I still think about that pretty frequently.
oh dear.
Wow. I hope nobody ever goes through that, because what?
That's so
What is
uncalled
the
for.
Yeah,
point?
it's definitely uncalled for.
Shook.
Like she's like just going about
You
her
were gonna
day.
say, I thought you were gonna say like catcall, like wee wee or something like that, you
Yeah.
know? But it was
That
like, you look like a
happens.
bitch. I'm like, what?
And the fact that this comment stuck with her for that many years,
Yeah.
it goes to show that it really has impacted her.
She needs to learn
It's a
from
pretty
Angel.
impactful moment to be
Yeah,
fair
she needs
to her.
to
Yeah, actually.
adopt that. Like,
Right.
fuck it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, flip him off.
I would have been like, you too.
Hey, that's a good response.
Yeah, because you're driving, you're saying these things, you know?
But have you had a moment like that before where somebody has just said something so like
Uncalled for.
But in
uncalled
real
for.
life though, but in real
Like
life
in your
though.
face, because like it's easy to hide behind a screen, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But this is in real life.
In real life, roll down the window somehow
Yeah.
so you could see his face as he
Right.
said those words to you.
This is more
Right.
hurtful in
Imagine
real
that.
life, actually.
He meant that
That was
one.
personal.
Wow.
Well, I only
Personal.
remember
What?
like being catcalled, like what?
Right.
Or like,
Yeah.
hey, so pretty,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Oh, okay, like take it as a compliment
Like,
and walk
yeah,
away.
you're
lah.
right.
Yeah,
Like, so
like,
pretty. Where you going today? You know, that kind of stuff. But like,
right? I
I
haven't.
can't imagine myself in that situation.
I've had one quite similar to one of the comments we saw online. Basically, like an older man told this younger girl that because she's got like a lot of tattoos, and then he was like, "Oh, it's such a shame that you ruin your nice skin with tattoos. Like you should consider, removing them because I know someone who did, and they, really had no regrets about removing them. I've had similar." Like I'm not like Ang Kong Xiao, but like they are like around, right? So when they see it, they're like, "Don't you regret like getting so many
Right.
tattoos? Like, do you think that you should have stopped, right, at some point? Things like that." I'm like, not again.
How did you respond to that?
I love my tattoos. They're stupid as fuck. Like this is a bubble tea. Like
Because she loves
I have
bubble
a
tea.
croissant here. I have a
dogs,
chili
her
buddy
dogs.
here.
That is so
like,
cute.
It's just
adorable.
stupid fun. Yeah, it's part of my personality, right? So I take
That's
it as
great.
it's like if you, I feel like if you say something bad about it, you're like saying something bad about my face. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's on you.
It's
It's
you,
part of
right?
it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you just gotta take it in your stride sometimes. Yeah.
But how did you reply them?
I was just like, oh no, actually I really like them all. I don't have
Right.
any regrets. Yeah, just smile and
Yeah.
I try not to be vicious.
Yeah.
I feel like I regret being vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
But at that point in time, it's so hard to be polite, don't you
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah,
Sometimes
I,
you
I
just
would
want to
love
like,
to
snap back at
say,
the person.
just shut up, like but I try to just
Are there any like memorable things that someone has said to your face?
Your vocals are bad.
Do you face?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, and what do you think about that?
It doesn't affect me. I mean, yeah. Thank you. I will improve from now. Yeah.
Classy, I like that.
I'll run for 3 hours and sing.
Yeah, I mean, we there's no response to that because I feel like it's just I know where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't have to justify that to that person, right? Yeah. I mean, because
Okay.
it's just a mean. Why would you say these things? Like even about dressing, about what you look like, about what irks them to say these
Yeah.
things is what confuses me the
Yeah.
most.
I think they're
Yeah.
projecting.
I think
Like I think it
so.
comes from a place within where they don't feel happy with themselves, and then they have to try to either bring other people down
Right.
or kind of project their insecurity onto you. So it's never really about you.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, last question for the girls. What do you girls do to protect your peace? Being in the industry where everything is ever changing, the people you meet every day is changing. What do you do for yourself to protect this peace?
Such a great question.
Tell me, Angel. I would love to hear from you.
Yeah, Angel.
I don't have an answer yet.
Okay, you have an answer?
I have an answer. I feel like I have learned how to detach myself mentally from humans and from situations and just being able to not like dwell on it so much, because if I do that, and then I'm a serious overthinker. I'm a serial overthinker, so that's never good, But now I'm just like, if I want to just snap out of it and just like literally not think, I could do that as well. And it helps in a lot of situations because, sometimes if I think about it, it'll just, spiral down into something that I don't like. So yeah, I think that's how I do it.
She's my spirit animal. I like that. Yeah. Like sometimes, you just gotta dissociate.
and not think.
Yeah, and not think
High
about
five.
it. I got it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You just gotta force yourself to take that step and like not think about it. Like consciously,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
As hard as you can get.
Yeah.
What about you,
Tabby,
Tabs?
For me, I kind of put that energy somewhere else. Really, like I'm quite a work person, so I do a lot. I like to keep myself active and put whatever it is back into motivation. So like somebody says our vocals bad, fine, I'll work harder, right? And when I do, I find myself more positive. It's like, oh, you can't even tell me that I'm not working for what I have right now, because I really am.
I feel like Hazy does that.
yeah.
Yeah, to stop myself from thinking too much, I actually like to work. And when I have an off day, sometimes I feel like it might not be the best for me. Actually.
Yeah.
Right.
She's a workaholic.
I
Serial
am,
one.
I am a workaholic. Yeah. What about you, Angel?
I think for me, because we work so hard every day, right? We rarely get off days. And whenever I have an off day, I will make full use of it. Like, I will distance myself from everyone
Yeah.
because during work, I see a lot of people. So, first of all, I would like my own time. Other times I would also like to spend time with people that, you know, means a lot to me, like my family and all that. Yeah, because it takes away my attention, you know, from reality in a sense. Yeah. But then also like some days I'm just like, oh, I feel really, really stressed. I feel really, really mentally tired. I'm just gonna watch crying movies and cry it all out. You know what I mean? That's how I feel like I express, because during work I can't do that. You know, I can't do that in front of the screen, in front of the performance stage. So
it's a let it all out moment.
right. Some days I do that. Yeah.
I'm a ranter. Like I'm like that. Like I feel something for like 10 minutes. I gotta rant for like 10 minutes.
Right.
After that, I'm just like, fuck, I'm done.
Moving on.
That's so Azura, by the way. It's really Azura.
But that's kind of fun. That's fun. That's
Wow,
cute.
incredible. I feel like this episode has shown me that behind the facade, the glitz and glamour of DOLLA, you girls are so down to earth, so humorous, so hardworking.
thank you.
And thank you for showing us this side of selves.
Thank you for having us on this platform that we can tell this about, you know? It's not a lot of
we don't
time we
always
get to
express ourselves in this way.
Thank you for being so open.
Actually, it's the more real side of DOLLA, to be very honest with you.
I love it.
I love it. And to our listeners and viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like our content, you can always follow us on Instagram at isclarity.co.
Your favorite celebs are humans too. Be nice.
Yes.
Be nice.
Listen to us on Me Listen, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you can catch us on YouTube as well.
Absolutely, and make sure you support DOLLA with all your hearts. Tour is coming up, wink, wink. So hopefully we get to see them there, and we'll catch you next time on Hush Podcast. Thank you so much for listening.
Once again, thank you, DOLLA.
Thank you.
What do you think is a dish here that is better?
I actually think chicken rice here is really good.
Actually, I agree. Chicken rice.
Really?
Yeah, chicken rice.
Every
chicken
time
rice
we're
is
here, we
really
have
good.
to have at least chicken rice once.
Yeah, every time
Yes.
once.
Yeah.
It's not looking likely. Yeah. It's not looking likely.
Whose cat is this?
Yeah.
What is that? Just casually.
Oh my god,
Oh, sorry, that's her fur from
I did
Wow,
give her a
how
little
did he-
high hug earlier. I really did.
Now I know. Be careful who you hug.